So write down the coordinates of PQ of the minimum points and each of these graphs and then do the question. Alright, so what's the minimum point of the first one? Anybody? -1 minus the next one. And finally the third one. Or 1. Now, get this lads. Do part A. I'm going to do the red one. Everybody see f of x? I'm going to do f of x. Look at this. What can I put in instead of y? Y is the same as f of x for the red one. Y is the same as g of x for the blue one. And y is the same as h of x for the green one. Does that make sense? So I can either say y equals x. Now what's the x value? So what's the p value? P is -1. So what do I need to do there? Minus 1. And what's minus 1? Anybody? Plus 1. So it's x plus 1 squared. And what's the q value? Q value, anybody? -5. Everybody see that? Remember what we did yesterday? How do I turn that into a minimum? What x value will turn that into a minimum? -1 will turn that into a 0, wouldn't it? And what's left over for the y value then? What's left over for the y value then? -5. Alright, then, so I've answered part 1 for this part here, yeah? That's the answer to that part. Can anybody tell me how to get the answer for the blue part then? What do I need to do? Just multiply it out. And you get x plus 1 by x plus 1 take away 5. And you get y equals x squared plus 2x plus 1 take away 5. And you get a y value of x squared plus 2x take away 4. I did the red one. I would like you, oh sorry, and finally part 3. One more thing guys. Pick any point on the red line. Is there any point on the red line that's a pretty good point? You know, like a kill shot, so to speak. It's directly on the crosshairs. Is there any point on the red line that's directly on the crosshairs? Yes. 0 minus 4 is an excellent choice. Everybody see 0 minus 4? What can I do to verify my equation? Yeah, y equals -4 when x equals 0. Is my equation verified? Perfect, isn't it? And what about this one? Well, yeah, it's the same equation, so that's no big deal. Alright guys, I want you guys to do the blue one and the green one now. I want you to get the equation, get both equations, the yellow and the blue style, and then verify it with a third point. Okay, off you go. I'm doing myself now. Alrighty, so it's a bit of a giveaway because it tells you what P and Q are. So we know that P is 2 and Q is -1. So for this equation, it's going to be x minus 2 squared. So I'll do it in blue. Realize blue here. So this is for the blue. Oh dear. What is? Here we go. Alright. So for the blue one, lads, what we're going to have is x minus 2 squared minus 1. There we go. How'd you turn that into the regular equation then? It's x minus 2 by x minus 2 squared, take away 1. Then you get x squared minus 4x plus 4, take away 1. Then I get y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3. Yeah. What point did you use to verify it? So any point on the blues we can use. That point there is pretty good, isn't it? 3, 0. 3, 0 be alright. So how do I use 3, 0? What do I put in for y? 0. What do I put in for x? 3. And what I have to make sure, oh sorry, I have to make sure they're the same thing, don't I? And I get 9 take away 12 plus 3, and we know 0 equals 0. Happy days. We know it's the correct equation. Finally, the last one is very easy as well. What's a 4, 1, is it? 4, 1. Do this in green. Y equals x minus 4 squared plus q, which is plus 1. Good. Then what we're going to get next? Y equals x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 1. Y squared equals x squared minus 8x plus 17. And then how do you verify the point? What one did you use on the green graph? Did anybody use 5, 1 or 3, 1? Or sorry, 5, 2 or 3, 2? Which one did you use, Charlie? 3, 2. I'll use 3, 2. And if this works, it means we definitely have the correct one. It's not y squared. So it's 2 equals 3 squared minus 8 times 3 plus 17. 2 equals 9, take away 24 plus 17. 2 equals 2. Alright, give me another hint with this. Y equals P as well. Right. Okay. We know what P and Q is, don't we? What's P? Actually, wait a minute. Oh, cheeky monkeys, lads. Sorry, guys. Actually, the opposite way around this time, isn't it? It's always the. Sorry, they tricked me. It's the Q value, that's the X value. My bad. So, in this case, P is 4. I was thinking of the last question. They tricked me good and proper. It still doesn't, there's still a problem though. Can anybody tell me what the problem is? We don't know what A is. So my suggestion would be to test a point. Pick a point on the blue curve. What point do you want to test on the blue curve? Something easy. 6, 0 is an amazingly easy one. Let's go for that. Let's test out 6, 0. So what do I put in for Y? What do I put in for X? 6. Right? There's actually potentially an easier one, believe it or not. If you're being really lazy. Alright, we'll do it out this way to start off, alright? But there's actually an easier one. Actually, no, this is easy enough. Sorry, my fault again. Easy enough. 0 equals 4, take away. What's it? A times 4 squared. What's A times 4 squared? 0 equals 4, take away. 16a, and then 16a equals 4a equals quarter. Is that right? You could choose any point on the blue line and it will tell you that a equals a quarter. Is there any ability you have to check your answer? Is there any way you can check your answer? Is there anything lying on everybody's desk that will check that answer for you? How am I going to check the answer, lads? How? Menu, table function, 4, take away 1 quarter. And what do I put in here then? X take away 2. I'm going to draw the graph. How far do I need to draw the graph from? -2 up to? No bother. -2, power 6, step of 1. Look at this. It works perfect. There's a 2, 4. There's 4, 3. And then finally 6, 0. I know that's perfect. So that's the equation of the blue one. Now, how do you get the equation of the red one, lads? The red one. All right, go on, you guys beat me to it. Get the red one. All right, lads. We're doing the red one. Pick any point that's on the red. You can pick 4, 0. You can pick 3, 3. You can pick 1, 3. You can pick 2, 4. I like to pick 0, 0 because I think it's less work. So let's find out. Put y equal to 0. Put x equal to 0. What's minus 2 squared? 4. 4a equals 4. A equals 1. The equation of the red line, therefore, is 4 minus your a value, which is minus 1, times x minus 2 squared. You can check your answer by just putting it into the table function of the calculator. And you can see it's the same points. What's a 0, 0, isn't it? 0, 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 0. Works perfect. Okay. You know is y equals, in this case, let your minimum be PQ. Is that okay? Your minimum is PQ. You know, it's x minus the minimum squared plus q. The only thing you have to figure out is if there's an a value or not. Does that make sense? You have to figure out if there's an a value or not. Okay? Is there an a value? Right, minimum means y equals a into x minus minus 1, which is plus 1, and then plus 3. Now you could verify that yourself, couldn't you? If you put an x equals minus 1, what happens? Turns that part into 0, and the y value would equal 3. No bother. Next thing, what's the a value? What other point do you know? 0, 4. What does that mean you can put in for the y value? Y value is x value. Now, what can we say about 4 then? What's a times 1 squared? 1a. What can we say a is then? A equals 1. So what's the value then? What's the equation I mean? A into, oh sorry, not a, y equals 1 into x plus 1 squared, take plus 3. Alright, good job. There's no maximum or minimum posted here, is there? You don't know which U-shaped or N-shaped, do you? So here'd be my backup suggestion. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Here's what I suggest. 6, 0 is 1 point, minus 3, 0 is the next point. And what's the third point? 110. I suggest you sub in the x values and y values 3 times. Do you get what I'm saying? You do it 3 times, and what will you end up with? 3 equations with how many letters? 3 equations with 3 letters, or you may or may not, but you can do them using a simultaneous equation. Off you go. I'll do the first one for you. A times 6 squared plus b times 6 plus c equals 0. 36a plus 6b plus c equals 0. That's the first equation created. That's equation 1 from point 1. You need to create equations 2 and 3 and work it out. Now, I'm going to form equation 2 using the same technique. A times minus 3 squared plus b times minus 3 plus c equals 0. Again, I end up with 9a minus 3b plus c equals 0. That's equation 2. Now, equation 3. we're doing purple, is the point 110. So 110 is replace x with 1, replace y with 10. And I end up with a plus b plus c equals 10. Now, what I'd like to do is I would like to get rid of the c value straight away. Anybody have an idea how to get rid of the c value straight away? Get equation 1 and take away what? You can take away equation c, can't I? Everybody be happy to take away equation c? What do I get? Minus a minus b minus c equals 0. I get 35a, oh sorry, minus 10. I get 35a plus 5b equals minus 10. Is that okay? Next thing we're going to do is going to mix equation 2 with equation 3. So equation 2, take away equation 3. And lads, what you're going to know is that you get two simple simultaneous equations now, don't you? And you can solve those two simple simultaneous equations. And there you go. You can find out your A and you can find out your A and B value quite easily, can't you? Then you find your C value, and then you put them all back into the original equation to find the equation you were looking for. Right, that's it. Just finish that one off and we're good to go.